Get Real is made for kids by the people at Wisconsin Public Television and the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
Major funding for Get Real is provided by the National Science Foundation, supporting education and research in science, mathematics, and technology, and by the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television. With special thanks to this station, supporting excellence in children's programming.
Get Real!
Real cool.
Bart. Sit, good girl. Get Real is going to the dogs.
We're at the Dane County Humane Society in Madison, Wisconsin. Hi, I'm Lauren.
Hi, I'm Andrew. And if you want to adopt a dog, a cat, or any pet,
There's a Humane Society near you.
This is Jack. He's helping us host the show.
Right now, let's check out what's coming up on today's show. Check out these Boy Scouts who camp during the winter. Go to Costa Rica to see what Jaron Berman finds in the rainforest. And meet some kids who run their own business.
Before we get to those stories, let's go to Mount Horeb, Wisconsin.
And see what Dan Reich does on the ski slopes.
It's a really good feeling when you're above in the air and then just re-entering. It's really nice. It's also wild, fast, and totally rad, and it looks like this.
Like this. I like this. I like this. I like this.
My name is Dan Reich from Madison, Wisconsin. I've been snowboarding for 4 years. I got started because I was skiing for about 6 years and I got kind of bored of it, so I tried snowboarding and it was a lot of fun. I got hooked on it. It's not like skiing at all. I don't know, your feet are strapped in, and on skis, if you fall, your feet fall out of your skis, and it's more like surfing.
Catch a wave and you're sitting on top of the world.
It was pretty hard at first. I came home and I was pretty bruised and battered. I practiced around 40 hours a week. Snowboarding can be pretty dangerous. As you can see by these walls, they're about 10 feet high. If you were to go up and land in the flat bottom on your head, you could really do some damage. First thing you should do is go on the beginner slopes and learn how to carve and turn. You just get on an edge, like there's a certain effective edge on a snowboard. It just helps you carve down the hill. It helps a lot. It's just like a basic turn, just like this. Kind of fluid. Dropping in is where you kind of come from the side of the half pipe and you just roll into the half pipe, and it's called dropping in. You drop right in and then you go over to the next wall. You can't really describe the feeling of getting air. It's really nice to leave the ground and then re-enter. It's a lot of fun.
I'm flying.
I'm going pretty big or going pretty high, trying big spins, I can get kind of scared, but I can't really think about that because then you get hurt more. Last year, I placed 5th overall in the nation. There was about 47 kids in my age group. Now, winning isn't everything. Competitions are just supposed to be fun with all your pals and everything. It's not like that at all. You can't do any snowboarding if you're drinking or on drugs or anything. It won't work. School always comes first. I have to make that first. I have to get good grades before I can snowboard. It's a lot of fun, and there's always something to do on it. There's always something to learn.
Do you know where the Effigy Mounds National Monument is? First, let's explain what they are. Effigy mounds are ancient artifacts made by a prehistoric culture of Native Americans, and actually, they're a big mystery. When you're on the ground, you can hardly tell what they are, but from up above, the mounds can look like bears, deer, turtles, falcons, lizards, or eagles. Some people think these mounds were built for ancient ceremonies because of burnt residue found at the head or the heart of the animal. Other people think they are territory markers because they can be seen from rivers or tall hills and bluffs. Do you know where these effigy mounds are? Here's a hint. This place is about 8 miles north of the original Pikes Peak. Keep thinking. We'll be back with more hints later in the show.
A lot of these animals are waiting for a home. Some have been abandoned, some have been abused, and some are lost. But all of them make great pets for anyone's family. Like this next dog. His name is Tyke.
He likes to hang out with his family.
But get this, Tyke also works.
A dog that works?
He's a police dog with the St. Paul, Minnesota Canine Unit.
My name's Brian. My name's Danny. My name's Angela.
And this is our dog, Tyke.
Tyke's almost like any other dog. He eats, he lays around, and he likes to play. But Tyke's different because he has a job.
Oh, boy.
Tyke's a police dog. My dad works for the St. Paul Police Department. He's a trainer in the Canine Unit.
I'm Officer Mark Ficcadenti with the St. Paul Police Canine Unit, and I'm Tyke's handler.
At work, my dad teaches Tyke to jump hurdles,
Hup! That a boy.
climb ladders,
Climb. That a boy. Good job.
and crawl through tubes.
Crawl. That a boy. Yes. This is the St. Paul Police Training Facility. Climb. This is where we teach Tyke and other dogs their police duties. That a boy. Up. 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 Get him. Come. Heel.
Tyke's job is very important. He searches buildings for suspects, finds hidden drugs,
Marijuana.
and tracks and finds fleeing criminals.
That a boy.
Tyke is a German Shepherd dog. German Shepherd dogs are used for police work because they're really intelligent. And they have a long tradition of police service. When you have a police dog at home, you have to follow special rules, like no fireworks or cap guns. He might think it's a gun going off and he could get really aggressive.
Get him. We only send a dog to apprehend suspects of very serious crimes. Tyke is trained to bite the arm and hold until commanded to release by me. Come! Heel!
When Tyke's at home, it's his time to relax and kick back. Like any other dog, he likes affection. He loves to be petted, likes to be groomed.
Tyke can be different at home than he is at work. At home, he can have lots of fun. But at work, he has a job to do.
When Tyke and I are on patrol, the things we look for specifically are stolen cars and burglars. Tyke and I like to get out of the car from time to time and just walk the neighborhoods. Gives the community an opportunity to see us, to meet us. And I welcome anybody, particularly the kids, to come up and pet the dog.
If you want to know more about police dogs and how they're trained, this book will tell you. It's called Patrol Dogs, and its author is Elizabeth Ring.
dogs are amazing. I'm lucky if my dog even comes when I call him.
Yeah, they were really well trained. But the thing about dogs that's so cool is how well they smell.
Yeah, like police use dogs to sniff out illegal drugs or bombs, stuff like that.
And the police use dogs to search and find people who are missing, too.
Hey, let's check out that smell power. Justin, hang on to my hat while I go hide somewhere.
Okay.
Let's see if Tarzan can find Andy.
We'll give him Andy's hat to smell so he knows who he's looking for.
Or who he's smelling for. Go find him, Tarzan.
Dogs' noses work pretty much the same way ours do. Gases in the air that carry smell go into their nose. There are nerve endings in the nose that carry the smell to the brain. Dogs just have lots more nerve endings in their nose than people do.
That's why dogs can tell the difference between my smelly socks and your smelly socks.
Yeah, dogs use their sense of smell a lot more than we do. And because it's so sensitive, people use them to help them find things we can't see or hear.
Tarzan, how are you doing?
Looks like he's hot on the trail.
But even though we lose the smelling contest with a dog, he still uses smell a lot.
Like when we're eating. A lot of food we think we're tasting, we're really smelling.
Your tongue can tell a difference between salty, sweet, sour, and bitter things, but it can't tell much more than that.
We get the flavor of food by using taste and smell.
If you don't believe us, try this. Take a handful of different flavored jelly beans.
Close your eyes and hold your nose. Have a friend give you one and see if you can guess the flavor. It's kind of sour. Lemon?
No. Now unplug your nose and see if you get it.
It's orange. See what other experiments you can think of to test how you smell. There's a lot of stuff about smell that no one knows.
Hey guys, he found me.
Wow, that's pretty cool. But I wonder if Tarzan could tell an orange jelly bean from a lemon one. Check out what these Boy Scouts do to keep warm at a camp in Eau Claire County, Wisconsin.
They camped out when it was 30 degrees below zero.
I'm from Boy Scouts Troop 23. It's the middle of winter, and it's 0 degrees outside, and I'm going camping.
This is the Klondike Derby. It's a yearly event where we learn survival techniques for camping in winter.
We're building winter shelters here for if you're like lost in the woods or something and you need to protect yourself from wind and snow.
And I'm just tying these two tarps together so the wind stays out, because that's a major concern in the winter is the wind, because wind chill drops the temperature way down.
There you go. Now remember the basics. Right over left, left over right.
We're learning how to tie knots to, like, when we go camping, to put up tents and to help people.
Okay, do the coal pitch. And that's a good start out knot. There you go.
We're here learning how to sharpen knives safely for safety reasons on campouts, so we don't cut ourselves and so we have fun.
And then you can reverse it for the other side.
We use knives for cutting food and sharpening sticks so we can roast marshmallows.
Well, you got about 15 minutes here to save his life.
If you're camping near a lake and someone falls through, the proper way to rescue them is lay down on the ice maybe 10 feet from the hole that they made, give them a stick or a rope, and pull them to safety.
That's how you got to get him. Okay, you got him up.
Once the person is on shore, get them warm quickly as possible so hypothermia does not set in.
Yeah, that's how you got to get him warmed up.
We slept here overnight. It was 23 degrees below zero, and we didn't get cold because we had layers and sleeping bags and other blankets.
There are 3 important things to remember when winter camping. Never get cold and wet at the same time. The second rule is always dress in layers. And the third rule is if you get cold, tell your leader.
Wisconsin in the winter can be really cold and dangerous, but if you know what you're doing, camping can be really fun.
If you have a story idea or a cool cat, grab a pencil and paper. Our address is going to come up later in the show.
Have you figured out where the Effigy Mounds National Monument is? Here are a few hints. It's located near Marquette. Could it be Marquette, Iowa, Marquette, Michigan, Marquette, Illinois, or Marquette, Wisconsin? There are many Native American mounds located all over the Midwest, and there are different types of mounds. There are conical mounds, which are round and are believed to be used for burial. There are cigar-shaped linear mounds, which can be as long as 100 feet and were used for ceremonies. And then there are compound mounds, which are conical mounds connected by linear mounds. The mounds at the National Monument number around 200 and cover about 1,000 acres. 29 of these mounds are shaped into bears. Here's another hint. They're located at the mouth of the Yellow River. Think about it. We'll be back later with the answer.
Here at the Dane County Humane Society, kids can learn about animals in a summer camp called Camp Pawpaw.
A lot of these kids want careers taking care of animals.
Some want to be veterinarians, and some want to be zookeepers.
Another thing these kids may be is a humane officer or volunteer. These are my gerbils, Aretha and Sapphire. And this is my cat, Starlight. I adopted my pets from the Humane Society.
This is my parakeet, Rudy. He helps me play the viola. I got him from the Humane Society.
But before we adopted them, we had to learn how to take care of them, so we had to read as much as we could. Grace Boomsma and Rachel Lockhart Chorus from Madison, Wisconsin had to learn as much as they could about kids before they started their own babysitting business.
Let's see how they did it.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I'm 13 years old.
And I'm Grace, and I'm 13 years old.
And we started our very own babysitting business. This is the Sunflower Fun Camp.
1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, ready, go. Come on, party time. Come on.
One day 3 years ago, we were really bored, so my mom suggested the idea of having a daycare for all the neighbor kids.
Me and Grace went through a course at St. Mary's where we learned techniques in changing babies' diapers and feeding them and fire safety and CPR. We got a little card that said we had passed the course, and it was signed by our teacher.
The class we took was tough and it was fun, and it made the parents feel more confident with us as their babysitters, and it made us feel more confident too. The Babysitters Club Guide to Babysitting gives us some great tips on how to babysit.
We've had our service for 3 summers. We've traded off having it at my and Grace's houses, and last summer I was at my house.
Depending on the weather, we either color,
played some cool games,
or read a story,
have a snack,
or watch movies on those rainy days.
This is Neil. This is Rose, and she's 6 years old.
This is Caitlin, and she's 21 months old.
This is Joanne, and she's 4 years old.
Rachel and Grace are my favorite babysitters.
Taking care of Caitlin is a little harder than taking care of Neil and Rose because she's younger and she just learned to walk and she's getting into everything.
I like taking care of all different kids, and I try to teach them to share.
I love my babysitting.
I've learned that to have a successful business, you need to have a good reputation. And also, my motto is, be friendly and people will tell their friends. Babysitting is a great way to learn responsibility,
have fun,
and make a difference in another child's life.
Get ready for Get Real!
They just want someone happy, and you will be happy too.
This week's question has to do with animals. The question comes from Ashley Kelso from Lowe, Wisconsin.
We went to the YMCA Summer Adventure Day Camp in Madison, Wisconsin, and asked the kids there, if you could be any animal, what would you be and why?
If I could be any animal, I would be a cat because people could wait on me hand and foot.
I would be a shark because they can do almost anything they want.
I would be a monkey because they can swing around and I love to swing around. I would like to be a bald eagle because I could tour the world.
I'd be a cobra snake because I could be left alone.
I'd be a turtle because I could hide in my shell. Cheetah because they're really cool cats.
Mountain lion because they're fast. If I could be any animal, I would be a Siberian tiger.
Siberian tiger.
Siberian tiger.
Because it's the most beautiful animal in the world.
And they're protected by the law.
I would be a snow leopard because they're really fast and beautiful. Ladybug because they do not harm anybody.
I'd be a dolphin so I could swim in the ocean.
I would be a Mustang so I could run wild and free.
I would be an otter because they're so playful.
I would like to be a cat because they're fast.
If I could be any animal, I would be the dog because they're man's best friend.
Right now, Get Real's going to Costa Rica.
Get Real has been working with the Tarabina Rainforest Center.
It's located in Wisconsin and Costa Rica.
They want kids to know what the rainforest is all about.
So they invited Get Real reporter Jaron Berman to go check it out.
Shh! Gotta be quiet when we're walking in the rainforest, because we don't want to scare anything off. Plus, the sounds in the forest can be just as cool as what we see. Come with me. The forest is a great home for all kinds of wildlife, and people too. But if you don't already know, tropical rainforests are in real danger, because some people are cutting them down for logging and farmland. About 40 acres of rainforest are lost every minute. That's the size of almost 50 football fields. So, 1 minute from now, 40 more acres will be destroyed. That means animals are losing their homes. About every 30 minutes, one kind of animal or plant in the world becomes extinct. Gone. By looking at the rainforest, it's easy to think it's a really tough environment, but actually it's pretty fragile. There's only about 10 inches of topsoil, so where do all the plants get their nutrients? You know, the stuff that helps them grow? Not just from the soil down here. Most of the nutrients are in the plants themselves.
Big red tree grew up and out, throws up its leaves, spins round and round.
Many trees send out little rootlets that trap mats of soil, and more plants grow from this soil. They're called epiphytes. Epiphytes. Plants that grow on plants.
Somehow the logical connection is made.
Hey, our minute's up. Do you remember what that means? Another 40 acres of rainforest were just lost. Everything is interconnected. Plants and animals need each other, and most animals won't eat just anything. They're pretty picky. And that's another reason the rainforest is so fragile. If just one animal or plant becomes extinct, lots of other animals and plants that may depend on it are out of luck. See, the rainforest is a complicated system. It can't just grow back after it's all been cut down. This is Brian Finnegan. He works at a research station here in Costa Rica. Brian, what are you studying?
Well, we're studying two things. We're looking at the way in which human beings affect this forest, because things humans do affect the forest in many ways. And we're also looking at how human beings could make a living from this forest without destroying it.
Some scientists are studying ways to protect forests that have been hurt by deforestation, cutting down forests. And scientists are also working on reforestation, planting new forests. Although reforestation is great, we can't depend on it because trees like this don't happen overnight. It takes hundreds of years for a tree to get this big. This one's over 400 years old. Keep the trees, and lots of animals and plants will stay here with them.
Have
Have you figured out where the Effigy Mounds National Monument is? Here's a hint. They're across the Mississippi from Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin. If you picked Marquette, Iowa, you're right. These effigy mounds could once be seen from the Mississippi River, which was kind of like the superhighway of prehistoric times. But why did the Native Americans create them? And who was meant to see them? These are answers no one knows for sure. Scientists are trying to figure this out. But now you know where to find them.
Are you ready? Get Real, 821 University Avenue, Madison, Wisconsin, 53706. Or email us at getreal!@vilas.uwex.edu. You can also fetch our homepage on the World Wide Web. You've been a great co-host, Jack.
A real treat. But we gotta go.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time on. But we gotta go.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time on. But we'll see you next time on. Okay.
Get Real is going to Costa Rica.
Get Real has been working with the Tarabina Rainforest Center.
It's located in Wisconsin and Costa Rica.
They want kids to know what Get Real's all know. And know that it's not right.
Really? Well, they don't get Real Rainforest. What's the difference?
We shall. Run! Run for your life! Women and children first!
Another thing these kids may be is a vegetarian.
Let's do a 3, 2, 1.
Right now, let's go to Costa Rica.
Okay, we're going to Costa Rica. Fine with me. All right, I'll be right back.
Get Real is made for kids by the people at Wisconsin Public Television and the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
Major funding for Get Real is provided by the National Science Foundation, supporting education and research in science, mathematics, and technology, and by the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television. With special thanks to this station, supporting excellence in children's programming.